Welcome to the Oracle's Sanctum, a sanctuary for seekers, dreamers, and those who dare to look beyond the surface. Here, we explore the hidden currents that flow beneath life's events, the whispers of the soul, and the patterns the universe weaves into our destiny. This is not merely a place for answers, but for deeper questions, the kind that awakens something ancient within you. Step inside and listen closely. The truth has been waiting for you. Carl Gustav Jung was not merely a psychologist. He was an explorer of the unseen, a pioneer who dared to map the invisible terrain of the human psyche, where dreams merge with symbols and meaning hides beneath the surface of everyday life. While many of his contemporaries confined psychology to the study of behaviors and rational thought, Jung ventured into realms others feared to tread, realms where the psyche was alive, complex and inseparable from the spiritual dimension of existence. He did not see spirituality as a crutch or an illusion, but as an essential expression of human life, woven into the very fabric of the unconscious. To Jung, life was never a sequence of meaningless events. What we call fate was often the unfolding of hidden psychological patterns seeking expression through our choices, our encounters, and even our heartbreaks. The outer world, he believed, was not separate from the inner one, but rather its mirror. And when love is denied, when a connection so profound refuses to come together, it is not always a random tragedy. Sometimes it is a message. If the world around us is not random but deeply connected with our inner reality, then a love that is blocked is not merely bad luck or misfortune. It carries meaning, a meaning that may hurt, yet belongs to a larger process of growth. There are moments when life points us towards someone with a force that feels undeniable. We recognize them instantly, as if our soul has known them for lifetimes. And yet, no matter how deep the bond barriers arise, timing falters, circumstances collapse. Invisible forces seem to push that love away again and again. Jung did not believe in meaningless coincidences. He called them events so precisely timed with our inner world that they cannot be explained by chance alone. When love is denied with uncanny precision, when the same obstacles appear no matter what we do, it is not simply bad timing. It is a pattern, and patterns are never meaningless. A denied love is rarely just about the other person. It is a reflection of what is unfolding within us. The question is not, why is this happening to me? But rather, what is this trying to reveal? Sometimes, the answer lies not in winning back what was lost, but in understanding the self that is emerging. Through the loss, synchronicity can take many forms, subtle or undeniable. A name overheard in a stranger's conversation, a song you haven't heard in years playing just as you think of them, a dream pulling you back into a shared moment you thought you had forgotten, a letter written long ago and never sent, suddenly resurfacing as if the universe itself had preserved it for this exact moment. These are not random. The unconscious speaks in symbols, not words. And when symbols return again and again, they are asking for recognition. But these signs are not commands. They do not demand action, nor do they promise that the love must return. Instead, they invite awareness. They remind us that the connection we long for may not be meant to last, yet its presence in our life is still profoundly important. Love denied is often the psyche's way of moving us toward something deeper, a truth about ourselves that could not be reached any other way. Jung understood that the self, the deepest, most whole part of who we are, does not operate according to comfort or desire. It moves us toward wholeness, and sometimes that path requires heartbreak. The ego seeks fulfillment and certainty, but the self seeks transformation. It does not remove what is essential. It removes what no longer serves our deeper becoming, even when the loss feels unbearable. Some loves arrive like revelations, shaking us awake, breathing life into parts of us we didn't know were asleep. And then, without warning, they dissolve. The loss feels unjust, as if something sacred was taken before it could fully bloom. Yet, in Jung's view, the self never takes without purpose. What appears as loss may be protection. What seems like rejection may be redirection. Heartbreak strips away illusions. It forces us into solitude, where the hidden parts of ourselves step forward to be seen. At first, this absence feels impossible to accept. We search for explanations, replaying memories, trying to make sense of what happened. Friends offer comfort, but their words do not reach the deepest parts of us. Life moves on externally, yet something within remains suspended, unwilling to let go. But individuation, Jung's term for the journey toward becoming whole, often begins in these moments of absence. When love is stripped away, what remains is the raw truth of who we are without it. In this solitude, old fears resurface. Patterns of behavior once softened by love now stand out in sharp relief. Slowly, the self begins to reveal what has been hidden, strengths we forgot we had, wounds we avoided, desires that are truly our own. This process is not about erasing the love from memory. It is about seeing what the love awakened and carrying that forward into a deeper understanding of ourselves. Love denied is not simply something taken away. It is an invitation to meet ourselves more fully than before. Jung often spoke of alchemy, the ancient art of transformation through fire, as a metaphor for the soul's growth. When love vanishes, the fire begins. It burns away illusions, false identities, and dependencies. At first, the flames are unbearable. We search for distractions, for escapes, but the fire will not be extinguished until its work is done. Slowly, the burning becomes purification. In the ashes, we begin to see clearly. Loss becomes less about another person and more about what was waiting to be discovered within us. The universe has a strange precision in who it allows to stay and who it takes away. Not every connection is meant to last forever. Some are meant to awaken something essential and then leave their work complete. When love is truly meant to remain, it aligns naturally. It does not need to be forced. And when it will not align, despite every effort, the answer has already been given. It belongs to the past, not the future. And so, love denied becomes not a failure, but a guidepost. It marks the turning of a path we might never have taken without. The ache of longing. It reminds us that the universe does not waste energy removing what is essential. It only asks us to see what has been revealed in the leaving. You have been listening to the Oracle's Sanctum, a place where the hidden truths of the soul rise to the surface. If these words have stirred something within you, let them guide your next step. The universe speaks in ways the mind cannot predict. All you need to do is listen.